Hello everybody, welcome back to Major Minor.
Hi everyone!
Yay. Everyone's still lying to us.
And I'm still slightly sick, so sorry.
Everyone stop lying to us. But as soon as we take some steps, the media is upon us. Oh, that's right, we were just getting out of the limo.
Mm-hmm.
They're countless in their numbers. It appears as if they're trying to block our entry.
Well, duh.
They hold their microphones out, wanting answers. It's the Lucky Two! Hey, that's the news reporter from last night. He's the one who reported the death of Klace. Contest winners, we need to talk. There's some allegations going around. They say this is just for publicity. David, do not engage the press. They will try to scare you into talking. But legally, they can't get in our way. Just keep walking, and they'll move. That is, if they want to keep their careers. He glares at Fukimoto as he says those last two words. Perhaps I'll ask again later. He slowly backs away and blends into the crowd. Acheron must have intimidated him into submission. But it was for the best, and I'm thankful. I wouldn't have known what to do on my own. Follow me and do not engage. Singe will tell you the truth of things, and you don't want to say something stupid.
Sure, Singe will tell the truth. Right.
I nod as I find his counsel invaluable. We keep walking, and I make sure Keela is in tow. Inumi is following us as well, completely unfazed. He must be used to the limelight by now. Being Klace's brother, he'd get lots of attention.
Yep.
I look back at the limo. A large crowd blocks Jade's attempts to leave. I feel sorry for her. She's stuck with the press. Not used to all these eyes on you, eh?
Jade seems like the type she'd run them over with the limo.
Beep beep. Not at all. As soon as he says that, it hits me, and a sense of anxiety starts to rise with me. If I was being watched, it could be anyone here. I ask him if we can walk faster, but then I get another text message.
Shit.
I pull out my phone with extreme apprehension. I'm unable to display a calm composure. I'm sure I could play it off as fear of the crowd. Acheron has no idea what's happening on my end.
Worried, are you? Good.
Okay, now it's very clear that I'm being followed, and they're close enough to see my worry as well. I scan my surroundings, but everyone is watching me. They certainly picked the perfect time to watch. I'd never be able to tell who it was in the crowd. I start to panic and cling even closer to Acheron. I give him a gentle nudge, pushing him to move faster. He seems to take my signal and thankfully obeys. It wasn't much longer until we get inside. We're promptly greeted with the illusion of safety. I take a large breath as soon as we get inside. For some reason, it feels like I'm safe. It's odd how one door can make such a difference. Inumi scurries away as soon as we get inside. The windows are dimmed, so it's not too bright. But this bodes well for someone in my situation. If I was being watched, they couldn't do it now.
Or so you think.
Or so you believe. I stand relieved in the lobby with Acheron and Keela. You did a good job out there. You were overwhelmed, but that's normal. You handled yourselves admirably. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks! If only he knew why I was actually worried. Actually, perhaps I should tell him. He'd be the last person I want to hide this from. And he'd probably know exactly how to respond.
You'd hope, anyway.
I'll wait until I can talk to him in private.
Good luck with that.
I want the two of you to wait right here. I'll go find out where Singe is. Do me a favor and don't wander. Disappear to Terra again.
Yep.
He walks toward what I assume is the reception desk. I turn to Keela and ask him if he's okay. So far, it's been impossible to get a read on him. I know he's prone to zoning out, but this is unreal. I'm good. Just overwhelmed. I mean, what are the odds of this? Nothing has gone our way since we got here. We'll get involved with the media now. They'll probably even dig up our pasts. I'm not really cool with that, David. Luck is definitely not on our side. He's right. This was supposed to be luxurious. Our every dream was expected to become a reality. Saying that this hasn't happened is an understatement. It went south in almost every way imaginable. I tell Keela that everything will be okay, although I don't know who I'm trying to convince. There's a lot more on my plate than the fate of Terra, so I simply say we should wait until we talk to Singe. Yeah, you're right. He turns away and starts to inspect the lobby. It's rather massive, and it doesn't look really foreign at all. In fact, it makes me feel at home. Very modern. I don't stray away at Acheron's behest. Instead, I look at the TVs attached to the wall. They're all playing a news report recorded earlier. It must be a story of interest in Tokyo's citizens. As a few moments pass, I realize that's true. But it happens to be of great interest to me as well. Hello, Fukimoto here. I've been lucky enough to snag an interview right here on the streets of Akihabara.
With who?
This is very spontaneous, people. Sorry for any background noise, but I think you'll enjoy our guest. This guy seems to get around. Are there no other news reporters in Japan? She arrived in Tokyo a few weeks ago, but she's been under scrutiny ever since. Well, we're here for the real story. It's gonna be Max. Or Maxine. And we'll get it from the woman herself. Everyone welcome Maxine Armstrong.
Yep.
Haha, I'm psychic. The CEO of Armstrong Incorporated. See, now I want her to be flexing and sparkling.
It's my pleasure to be here, Fukimoto-san.
Is that the woman I've run into multiple times?
Forgot how I did her voice.
Didn't think she was special enough for her own report. For those not in the know, Maxine came.
Please, call me Max.
Very well, Max. You came here from the United States, but nobody knows the real reason why. This has made a lot of people uneasy, given the nature of your business. Chemical and explosive weaponry, right? Jesus. Some would say you deal in war.
That's actually incorrect, Fukimoto. Armstrong Incorporated desires protection. We sell an item that is useless on its own. Our products are a security measure. Any other use is the buyer's fault. We provide a means, not anything else. We have a very thorough selection process. Clients are all given mental health exams. We ensure that the client is fit, you see. The tabloids always exaggerate things, but you're no stranger to that yourself. I want protection for everyone, not war.
So she's not an arms dealer, she deals in the arms parts.
So she's really an arms dealer. Many of our clients are government suits.
I'm sure they are.
But celebrities are within our realm too. If a weapon goes off, it is only to protect. It's easy to make it sound like I'm bad. But the weapons I sell guarantee safety. It's not my fault if they are misused.
Oh, I see. Thanks for explaining. That is an admirable mission statement. Your parents will be proud of you, Max. Why do I feel like that was passive-aggressive?
Yeah.
But can you understand the unease? Some people are scared of your presence, especially since you're keeping secrets. But now, Japan is your audience. Do you have anything else to say? Something to put us at ease?
Unfortunately, I do not. My purpose here is confidential. However, no harm will come to your citizens. My presence here should put you at ease. I offer the most advanced products possible. I would even stop these midnight deaths.
There you have it, folks. Max is here to stop the murders. Moitas. An amazing goal. Bravo, Max.
That's not what I said.
That's all we have time for today. But rest easy, we're all safe. Armstrong is here for a noble purpose. This is Fukimoto, signing off. Oh, that was pretty heavy. I've heard of Armstrong Incorporated before, but this is my first time hearing about its owner. I would have never thought it was her. She's probably an heiress.
Probably.
I'll have to talk to her about it if I see her again. She did express interest in getting to know me better. I see that Acheron is on his way back. Hopefully now we'd get to meet with Singe. I was dying to hear an official statement about this. I await her next move as I walk towards my friends. Hey, thanks for staying put, you two. The conference won't start for a while yet, so we can go and pass some time upstairs. Oh, really? Renting this place must be expensive. Singe's pockets go pretty deep, it seems. Well, anyway, I guess we should go. Those people outside are really loud. A headache is the last thing I want. Should be more quiet upstairs.
You hope.
He starts walking towards the stairs. Me and Kira follow him without question. I guess it was almost instinctual. If he was our protection, we'd need to stay close. And that's what we did as we ascended the stairs. We'd leave the frenzy of the media behind us, but unfortunately not for good. It was quieter up here, just like ṟouᴉ had hoped. He presses his back against the wall and watches us. Then he scouts around, looking from left to right. He definitely has a good vantage point from there. Keela leaves my side as well and tries to find a seat. Eventually he situates himself in a nice leather chair. I see a lot of familiar faces around this room. Rook is using his tablet and Anumi is pacing around. But then I see some not-so-familiar faces, although I feel like I recognize them from TV. It's almost like everyone important to Klace was here. Maybe they were just as clueless as I was about this. I guess I wasn't the only one who wanted some answers. It wasn't long before Rook looks up from his tablet. He notices me and starts to walk in my direction. I wonder how he's handling all of this. Hey, David. Nice to see you made it. I'm assuming that new guy is ṟouᴉ. Too bad the last guard just ran off. Ran off? What does he mean by that? Anyway, no beating around the bush. You're here, so you must know the truth. Last night, Klace was murdered. He says it in such an emotionless way. It's hard for me to tell if this has even bothered him. Instead of prying, I tell him that I did know the truth. I saw Fukimoto reporting live on TV past midnight. Oh, Fukimoto. I hate that guy. He stretches the truth almost every time. You like red, you're a communist. I have no idea how he got that job. He twists words like the tabloids. I'm surprised he works for a real station. That's true, I did see his interview with Max. I let Rook know that he tried to interview me as well. He mentioned that this was all a publicity stunt. Of course he'd mention that. Listen, don't take him seriously. You learn that pretty quickly in Tokyo. But in the general population loves him. Honestly, I'm not able to see why. He's just a sham, a sensationalist. It was harshly worded,
Well,
but had some wisdom.
What the public likes sensationalism.
Singe is just getting ready. It shouldn't be much longer. Maybe you should get to know the crew. Everyone is still shocked, of course. But some friendship might help them. Uniting is what we need to do right now. Rook turns his head and notices someone approaching. It's a fox with a guitar, and he steps with purpose. I guess Rocca is a fine place to start. He's definitely a knowledgeable man. Wait, a compliment from Rook? Well, that must be my birthday. Don't flatter yourself. Hey, you're the one that said it. He bows to Rook as a gesture of respect. He then does the same to me, wearing a large smile. Sorry, I'm not the one for shaking hands, but with much respect, it's my pleasure. I'm Rocca. Nice to meet you, David. I hesitantly give him a bow and introduce myself too. Oh my. A Saikure?
Saikere.
Okay. David, I don't deserve that. Was that the bow?
No idea.
Come on, Rocca, not now. No need to make his day any worse. This is very important, though. David, that was an incorrect bow. You went too low, you went far too low just now. A bow like that is for an apology. Or for addressing someone of status. And I mean exceptionally high status. Furthermore, your back was bent as well. You should always try to keep it straight. A crooked bow can be seen as disrespectful. Try and remember this simple fact. To most, a 15-degree bow is fine. Around here, it's called an ishaku. It's meant for equals. And I don't mean to rag on you, but I'd hate for you to offend someone. Well, this is my signal to leave. I don't need one of your famous lectures. I've heard way too much about Japan now. Rook gives him a very crooked and low bow. Probably just to be a shit.
Yep.
As if to mock the entire lesson Rocca just gave.
Point.
I'm surprised he didn't scare you away. If I were you, I would have run. He can be really rude without knowing it. He thinks he's joking or something. But it always comes off as crass. He's not the best at social interaction. I'm not crass! Regardless of my feelings about Rook, it was true. In fact, Rocca's lesson was refreshing. He did it to legitimately inform me about bows. not to judge or berate me like Rook would always do. I thank him and try to give him the bow he explained, 15 degrees, with a straight back.
You catch on fast, I like that. We'll get along just fine, David. I know we have spare time before the speech. If you want to hang out, feel free. Of course, you'll be meeting Shock, too.
When he says the name Shock, it all becomes clear. Shock and Rocker were Klace's lead guitarists. They perform some of the most legendary solos. I'm starstruck as he walks away, almost in disbelief. I've heard lots of their music, and it was awesome. But here he was, talking to me so casually. If I knew who he was at first, I would have panicked. But both Rocker and Rook had a very good point. I had some time to waste before Singe's speech began, and there were so many interesting people up here. I'd love to get to know each and every one of them. Well, they already knew Rook and Keela good enough, but Ashram was still a mystery, as was Inumi. And Shock and Rocker were quite enticing as well. Hanging out with the Rockstar duo would be awesome. Unfortunately, I couldn't hang out with all of them. I stay in place contemplating my next action. Would you like to save your game?
Yes.
Yes.
Always.
Now, here's the thing that's kinda short, but I'm afraid of how long it'll run if we keep it going.
Yeah, it might end up being like an hour. So, until next time, folks. See you then.
Bye.